Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Let the weight of the day gently fade away. With every breath out, your thoughts grow lighter, softer, calmer. Tonight, you are not rushing anywhere. You are drifting backward in time, toward a quiet moment in history, carried gently by imagination and calm remembrance. It is the early 20th century, a time when the world moves slowly and deliberately. There are no glowing screens, no constant noise, only the steady rhythm of human effort and the quiet patience of nature. In the shipyards of Belfast, the morning air is cool and filled with mist. Workers arrive early, their footsteps measured, their movements steady and practiced. Steel rings softly as it meets steel, not harshly, but with a rhythm that feels almost musical. Here, something extraordinary is taking shape. At first, it is only a skeleton of iron and steel rising toward the sky. Massive ribs stand tall and silent, waiting. Slowly, carefully, piece by piece, the structure grows. Red-hot rivets glow briefly before cooling in the sea air, sealing the ship together like stitches in a grand dream. No one rushes. This ship is meant to last. This ship is meant to be remembered. The ship will be called Titanic. Even her name feels heavy, powerful, confident. She is designed to be more than a vessel. She is meant to represent progress, safety, and human achievement. Her size is almost unimaginable for the time, longer than streets, taller than buildings, yet her shape carries elegance and balance. She looks calm even before touching the water, as if she already understands the ocean. As construction continues, whispers spread beyond the shipyard. People speak with admiration and pride. They say this ship cannot sink. It is not spoken with arrogance, but with trust. Trust in engineering, in modern design, in the belief that humanity has learned to master the sea. Titanic is built with multiple watertight compartments, strong steel walls, and advanced systems. She feels invincible, not in a loud way, but in a quiet, reassuring one. Inside the ship, comfort and beauty slowly take form. Soft carpets are laid along long corridors. Rich wooden panels are polished until they glow warmly under gentle light. Grand staircases curve gracefully between decks, waiting for footsteps and whispered conversations. Dining rooms are prepared for elegant meals, reading rooms for quiet afternoons, and cabins for peaceful rest. Titanic is not just a ship, it is a floating world, carefully designed to feel like home. Months pass, and the noise of construction fades. The work is finished. Titanic stands complete beside the water, enormous yet peaceful. She rests gently against the dock, as if already dreaming of waves and stars. Those who stand near her feel small, but also safe. The ship seems calm, almost alive, breathing quietly as she waits. April 1912 arrives. Passengers begin to gather, coming from many places, carrying many stories. Some arrive dressed in fine coats, their luggage heavy and polished. Others carry small bags, holding everything they own and everything they hope for. There are families seeking new beginnings, young couples full of quiet excitement, and individuals traveling alone with thoughts they do not speak aloud. As people step onto the ship, their footsteps echo softly across the deck. Crew members guide them calmly, checking tickets, offering directions, lifting luggage with practiced ease. The ship seems to welcome them, her massive body steady beneath their feet. Inside, first-class cabins feel like luxurious hotel rooms, warm and softly lit. Second-class spaces are comfortable and orderly. Third-class areas, though simpler, are filled with laughter, conversation, and the gentle hum of hope. Deep below the decks, the engines wait. They are powerful and immense, yet quiet for now. Coal workers move steadily through narrow spaces, their faces darkened with soot, their actions calm and routine. Everything is prepared, everything is ready. On the day of departure, crowds gather at the dock. Hands wave slowly. Some faces smile with excitement, others glisten with tears. Goodbyes are spoken softly, carried away by the breeze. Then the ship's horn sounds, low, deep, and steady, like a long breath taken before a journey. Titanic begins to move, slowly at first, then with gentle confidence. The water parts at her bow, and the land begins to drift away. The ocean opens wide ahead of her. Days pass in peaceful rhythm. Life aboard Titanic settles into calm routines. Mornings arrive gently as sunlight filters into cabins. Breakfast is served without hurry, filled with quiet conversations and the soft sound of cups and plates. On deck, passengers stroll slowly, breathing in fresh sea air, watching the endless horizon. Music drifts softly through the ship, piano notes in a lounge, a violin in the distance. Laughter is gentle, never loud. At night, the ship glows warmly against the dark water, her lights reflecting like golden trails across the sea. Titanic moves smoothly, barely rocking, and people sleep deeply, wrapped in blankets and trust. Above them, the sky stretches endlessly, filled with stars brighter than most have ever seen. Far from city lights, the stars shine clearly, mirrored by the calm ocean below. It feels as if the ship is floating through the universe itself. As days pass, the air grows colder, crisper, but still calm. Coats are pulled closer, yet spirits remain peaceful. Ice warnings are received quietly, noted without alarm. The sea remains smooth, almost unreal in its stillness. On the night of April 14th, the sky is perfectly clear. There is no moon, only stars scattered across the darkness. Inside the ship, people prepare for sleep. Lights dim, books are set aside, and whispered goodnights fade into silence. Below deck, the engines pulse softly, like a sleeping heart. Far ahead, unseen and silent, ice drifts through the darkness. But for now, everything feels calm. Everything feels still. Titanic continues forward, carrying dreams, memories, and quiet trust across the endless Atlantic, unaware that this peaceful night will soon become history. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out gently. Let the image soften as the ship drifts quietly in your mind. This is only the beginning of the story.
The night deepens slowly, like a curtain being drawn across the sky. The air grows colder, yet the calm remains unbroken. Titanic glides forward with quiet confidence, her vast body slicing through the dark Atlantic as smoothly as a dream drifting through sleep. There is no rush in her movement, no urgency, only steady progress beneath a sky filled with stars. On the decks, a few passengers linger, wrapped in coats, breathing in the crisp night air. Their voices are low, almost whispers, as if they do not wish to disturb the silence. The ocean lies flat and still, reflecting the stars so perfectly that it feels like the ship is floating between two skies. Above and below, darkness glimmers softly. Inside the ship, warmth replaces the cold. Soft lights glow along corridors, casting gentle shadows on polished wood and carpeted floors. Some passengers sit quietly in lounges, finishing conversations that drift lazily from one thought to another. Others read the last pages of books, their eyes growing heavy as the words blur together. In the first-class smoking room, the air is thick with calm contentment. Chairs are pushed back slightly, glasses rest untouched, and conversation fades into silence. In second-class spaces, people retire to their cabins with relaxed smiles, pulling blankets close and settling into beds that sway ever so gently. Below, in third-class cabins, the mood is no different. Families share quiet laughter before sleep. Children drift off quickly, comforted by the steady hum of the ship. Dreams begin to form, dreams of new homes, new beginnings, and better lives waiting just beyond the horizon. Deep beneath all of this, in the heart of Titanic, the engines continue their steady rhythm. Massive pistons move with patience, their sound low and soothing, like a giant breathing in its sleep. Coal fires glow softly as workers tend to them, their movements slow and practiced. They have done this many times before, and tonight feels no different from any other. The officers on watch stand calmly at their posts. The night is clear, visibility excellent. The sea offers no resistance, no warning, no sign of danger. Messages about ice have been received earlier in the day, noted and passed along, but the ocean appears peaceful, almost welcoming. Confidence remains quiet but firm. As midnight approaches, most of Titanic's passengers are asleep. The ship feels heavier with rest, as though thousands of dreams are pressing gently downward, settling into the steel and wood. Cabins are filled with slow breathing, blankets rise and fall, and the gentle creak of the ship blends with the endless sound of water against her hull. Outside, the stars shine sharply in the cold air. Without moonlight, the horizon disappears, blending seamlessly into the night. The sea looks like dark glass, smooth and endless. Even the wind seems to have paused, unwilling to disturb the stillness. Time passes quietly. Minutes stretch and soften. The ship continues forward, steady and unwavering. Somewhere ahead, ice drifts silently, ancient and pale, shaped by years of cold and time. It does not move with intention, only with the slow patience of nature. At 11:40 p.m., the calm is broken, not by noise, but by sensation. A subtle shudder passes through the ship, so gentle that many do not even wake. It feels like a hand brushing lightly against steel, followed by a quiet scrape that fades as quickly as it arrives. In some cabins, passengers stir briefly, then settle back into sleep. There is no panic, no sudden fear. The engines slow, then stop, leaving behind an unfamiliar stillness. For the first time, the steady heartbeat of Titanic falls quiet. On deck, officers move with purpose, but without haste. They speak softly, listening, observing. The night remains beautiful, indifferent to what has just occurred. Stars continue to shine, the ocean remains calm, and the cold air carries no sense of urgency. Below deck, water begins to enter places it has never been before. It moves quietly, patiently, filling spaces with icy calm. The ship does not cry out, she does not break apart, she simply adjusts, settling slowly into a new balance. Passengers begin to wake, confused but not afraid. Some step into corridors wrapped in blankets, asking gentle questions. Crew members offer calm reassurances, guiding people upward with steady voices and composed expressions. There is order in these moments, not chaos. Lifeboats are uncovered, instructions are given clearly and softly. People listen, trusting the calm authority around them. The cold is sharp now, but the stars still shine, watching silently. As the minutes pass, Titanic begins to tilt almost imperceptibly. Only those paying close attention notice the change. The ship, once perfectly level, now leans gently forward, as if bowing to the ocean beneath her. Water continues to rise, filling compartments one by one. The design meant to protect the ship now slows her descent, stretching time, allowing moments of kindness, of courage, of quiet dignity. People help one another into lifeboats. Hands are held, blankets are shared. Goodbyes are spoken softly, some with tears, some with brave smiles. The night absorbs every sound, carrying them away across the still sea. Music begins to play, not loudly, not dramatically, but gently. Familiar melodies drift across the deck, offering comfort and calm. The notes float upward, dissolving into the cold air, wrapping the moment in something almost peaceful. Titanic's lights continue to glow against the darkness, reflecting across the water like trembling stars. She remains beautiful even now, even as the ocean slowly claims her. At last, the angle grows steeper, the bow sinks lower, and the stern rises toward the sky. Those remaining aboard stand quietly, aware that time is growing short, yet surrounded by a strange stillness. Then, with a sound like a deep sigh, the great ship releases her hold on the surface. The lights flicker and fade. The ocean closes gently over steel and dream alike. Silence follows, profound and complete. Only the stars remain, watching over the dark water where Titanic once sailed. Now, let your thoughts grow softer. Breathe slowly. Let the image fade into calm darkness. The ocean rests again, and history settles into quiet memory. The ocean slowly closes over the place where the Titanic once floated. The surface grows still again, as if nothing has happened at all. Stars continue to shine above, cold and distant, reflected faintly in the dark water. The night breathes quietly, carrying silence where moments before there was a ship filled with light and life. Those who remain on the surface drift gently in lifeboats. The sea rocks them softly, back and forth, like a cradle. Oars rest against wooden sides, hands grow numb with cold, and breath forms pale clouds in the air. Yet even now there is a strange calm. Fear fades into exhaustion, and the endless night feels heavy but quiet. Some lifeboats stay close, others drift farther away, each guided by the slow movement of the water. Voices are low, prayers are whispered, and thoughts turn inward. People wrap blankets tightly around themselves, sharing warmth when they can. Above them, the sky feels impossibly large, filled with stars that seem unchanged by human sorrow. Hours pass gently, stretching into the early morning. The ocean remains calm, almost respectful. Eventually, faint lights appear on the horizon. They are small at first, barely noticeable, but gradually grow brighter. Rescue has arrived, carried silently across the sea. The ship Carpathia approaches slowly, carefully. Lifeboats are drawn closer one by one. Hands reach out, lifting the cold and weary into warmth and safety. There are no loud celebrations, only quiet relief. Blankets are wrapped around shaking shoulders, warm drinks are offered, and tired eyes finally close. As the sun begins to rise, soft light spreads across the ocean. The sky shifts from black to deep blue, then to pale gold. The place where Titanic vanished looks ordinary now, just water, endless and calm. There is no sign of the ship, only memory. News travels slowly at first, then rapidly across the world. Newspapers print headlines, radios carry voices heavy with disbelief. People everywhere pause, trying to understand how something so grand could disappear in a single night. Titanic becomes more than a ship. She becomes a story, a lesson, a symbol. Time moves forward, as it always does. Years pass, then decades. The world changes. New ships sail. New technologies rise. New stories fill human memory. Yet Titanic remains, quietly held in the collective mind, resting somewhere between fact and legend. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, far beyond sunlight, the Titanic lies in darkness. The water is cold and still. There is no sound, no movement, only slow decay shaped by time and pressure. The great ship rests on the ocean floor, broken but peaceful, returned to the elements from which she was built. Metal softens under salt and years. Wooden pieces rest gently in the silt. The grand staircases, the dining halls, the cabins, all now quiet, untouched by footsteps or voices. Sea creatures move calmly through open spaces, turning the wreck into part of their silent world. Here, time feels different. Minutes and hours have no meaning. There is only stillness, patience, and the slow rhythm of the deep sea. Titanic no longer represents speed or ambition. She represents rest. Above the wreck, the ocean continues its endless motion. Waves rise and fall. Storms pass and fade. Seasons change. The world above rarely remembers what lies far below, yet the ship remains, held gently by the sea. In 1985, long after the night of sinking, humans find Titanic again. Cameras descend into the darkness, lights revealing the quiet remains. There is no triumph in the discovery, only awe and respect. The ship is not disturbed. She is observed, remembered, and left to rest. Titanic becomes a bridge between past and present. Books are written, stories are told, films are made. Each retelling carries emotion, curiosity, and reflection. Yet beneath all interpretations, the truth remains simple and quiet. A ship sailed, a night passed, and the ocean endured. For those who were lost, the sea became their final resting place. There is no pain here now, only stillness. The water holds them gently, as it holds all things in time. And for those who remember, Titanic teaches humility. It reminds humanity of its limits, of nature's quiet power, and of the importance of kindness in moments of fear. The stories of courage, of helping hands, and shared warmth outshine the tragedy itself. Now, let your thoughts drift away from history and into calm. Imagine the deep ocean resting peacefully. Imagine the ship sleeping beneath layers of dark blue water, untouched by noise or worry. Your breath slows. Your body grows heavy. Like the Titanic, you are no longer moving forward. You are resting. The ocean hums softly in your mind. The stars fade gently. Time loosens its hold. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to remember, only rest. Morning arrives quietly over the Atlantic Ocean. The waves move as they always have, unaware of the sorrow carried beneath them. Sunlight spreads gently across the water, soft and pale, touching the surface where the Titanic once sailed. To the sea, it is just another day. To the world above, it is a moment forever changed. On board the rescue ship, survivors sit wrapped in blankets, their bodies warm but their minds distant. Some stare silently at the horizon, eyes filled with thoughts they cannot yet form into words. Others sleep deeply for the first time since the night before, exhaustion finally overpowering shock. Around them, the ship moves steadily forward, carrying lives that were spared and memories that will never fade. When the survivors reach land, the world feels louder than before. Voices, footsteps, and crowds seem overwhelming after the quiet of the open sea. Faces search anxiously, hoping to find names not listed among the lost. Joy and grief exist side by side, often in the same breath. The story of Titanic begins to spread, carried by newspapers and whispered conversations. Across cities and countries, people pause. They imagine the grand ship, the star-filled night, the sudden silence. Questions arise. How could such a ship be lost? How could confidence turn so quickly into tragedy? Yet beneath these questions lies something softer, empathy for strangers whose stories now feel deeply personal. Memorials are held, names are read aloud, and moments of silence stretch long and heavy. Families mourn quietly, holding on to photographs, letters, and memories. The ocean, far away, remains calm, holding the resting place of those who never returned. Years pass, and life continues its gentle forward motion. New ships are built, safer and wiser, shaped by lessons learned in cold Atlantic waters. Laws change, technology improves, and the world grows more cautious, more aware of nature's quiet strength. Titanic becomes a turning point, not just a disaster, but a teacher. Children grow up hearing the story, imagining the ship like something from a dream. Artists paint her, writers describe her, musicians try to capture her mood in sound. Each retelling adds a layer of meaning, yet the heart of the story remains simple and human. Far below the surface, the Titanic rests unchanged by attention or fame. She does not know she is remembered. She does not know she has become legend. She simply lies in stillness, surrounded by darkness and cold, embraced by the deep sea. Time moves differently there. Rust forms slowly, gently reshaping steel into delicate patterns. The ship becomes less a monument of ambition and more a quiet part of the ocean itself. Fish pass through broken windows, and currents whisper through empty corridors where laughter once lived. The ocean does not judge, it does not blame, it only holds what is given to it, patiently and forever. In this stillness, the Titanic finds peace, a peace deeper than the noise of the world above. Above the waves, humanity continues to remember. Anniversaries come and go. Flowers are placed on water. Ships pause at the sight, engines silent, honoring what lies beneath. The moment is always quiet, always respectful. With time, the sharp edges of grief soften. What remains is reflection. The Titanic reminds people of humility, of balance, of the importance of care and compassion. It reminds us that progress must walk hand in hand with respect for nature. It also reminds us of kindness. Stories of passengers giving up seats, of musicians playing to calm fear, of strangers holding hands in darkness. These moments shine brighter than the tragedy itself. They echo gently through history. As you listen to this story, let those echoes become softer. Let them drift like distant waves. You do not need to carry the weight of history now. You only need to rest. Imagine the ocean once more, vast, dark, and calm. Imagine the Titanic sleeping peacefully below, no longer a ship of urgency, but a memory wrapped in silence. Your breathing slows, your thoughts loosen their grip. Like the sea at night, your mind becomes smooth and still. Nothing asks for your attention, nothing pulls you forward. You are safe, floating gently between waking and sleep. Let the echoes fade. Let the story rest. The ocean breathes slowly now. There is no urgency, no memory of movement, only the quiet rhythm of water rising and falling far above the sleeping ship. The Titanic rests completely, no longer traveling, no longer carrying hopes or plans, only stillness. Time flows around her without touching her. In the deep darkness of the sea, there is no sound of engines, no footsteps, no voices. There is only silence, soft and endless. The pressure of the water feels like a blanket, heavy yet comforting, holding everything in place. Nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to happen. Above the ocean floor, currents move gently, like slow breaths. They pass over steel and shadow, over memories that no longer feel sharp. What was once powerful now feels calm. What was once busy now rests. The story of the Titanic no longer belongs to one night or one moment. It belongs to time itself. It has softened, rounded by years, transformed from urgency into quiet reflection. The ship has become part of the sea, and the sea has accepted her completely. Far above, the surface of the ocean continues its endless motion. Waves rise and fall under sunlight and moonlight alike. Ships pass, unaware of the silent presence below them. Life moves forward, gently and steadily. For those who remember, the Titanic is no longer a symbol of fear. It is a reminder of rest, of humility, of how even the greatest movements eventually become still. It reminds us that endings are not loud. They are quiet, gradual, and peaceful. Now let the image of the ship fade softly in your mind. Let the dark blue of the ocean turn into calm darkness behind your closed eyes. There is no need to hold on to details. Let them drift away like bubbles rising slowly to the surface. Your breathing becomes deeper and slower. Each breath in feels cool and gentle. Each breath out releases weight, tension, and thought. Like the Titanic, you are no longer moving forward. You are resting where you are. The past has settled. The future does not call. There is only this moment, wide and quiet, holding you safely. Imagine the ocean stretching endlessly in every direction, smooth and calm. Imagine silence not as emptiness, but as comfort. Nothing demands your attention. Nothing disturbs your peace. If thoughts appear, let them drift away without effort. They do not need answers tonight. They will dissolve naturally, like ripples fading on still water. Your body feels heavy and warm. Your mind feels distant and soft. Sleep arrives not suddenly, but gradually, like night deepening into darkness. The journey is complete. The ship has rested.
The story has found its end. And now, so have you.
The night has no edges now. There is no beginning and no end, only a soft, endless quiet. The ocean exists somewhere far away, and yet it feels close, like a memory you no longer need to hold. Everything that once moved has slowed. Everything that once mattered has gently loosened its grip. The Titanic is no longer a ship of history or story. In this moment, it is simply rest itself, a shape held by darkness, surrounded by calm, untouched by time. The sea does not ask anything of it. The sea only holds. Above, below, and all around, silence spreads evenly, like a deep blue blanket. There is no cold here, no weight, only balance. The water is still. The world is still. Breathing becomes softer now, slower. Each breath out releases what remains of the day. Muscles relax without effort. Thoughts arrive more slowly, and when they do, they drift away before forming words. There is nothing to remember, nothing to prepare for. The past has settled completely, and the future has not yet arrived. You are floating in the space between, safe and undisturbed. Imagine the ocean as a single gentle sound, low, distant, and steady. It does not change, it does not interrupt, it simply exists, supporting everything without asking anything in return. Like the Titanic resting far below, you are supported now, held in quiet. There is no need to move forward. There is no need to stay alert. The journey has already carried you where you need to be. The darkness behind your closed eyes grows softer, warmer. It is no longer empty. It is comforting, like deep water that does not pull you down, but allows you to float without effort. If a thought appears, let it pass without attention. It will fade on its own. Nothing needs solving. Nothing needs fixing. This moment is complete exactly as it is. Your breathing finds its own rhythm, slow, natural, easy. With every breath, you sink deeper into rest, not downward, but inward, toward stillness. The ocean no longer moves in your mind. The stars no longer shine. Even memory grows quiet. Only sleep remains, wide and gentle. You are not drifting anymore. You are resting, and the rest is deep. The world has grown quiet. There is no motion, no sound, no urgency. Only a vast, soft stillness stretches in every direction, like the ocean has expanded beyond sight and memory. Darkness is no longer empty. It is gentle, wide, and full of calm. The Titanic rests far below, untouched and serene. She has become part of the ocean, and the ocean has become part of her. Waves above pass without notice. Currents below move without rush. Everything has settled. Everything is complete. Your body mirrors this stillness. Each breath drifts in slowly, effortlessly, and drifts out like a soft current returning to the sea. Muscles loosen, shoulders drop, hands rest without tension. Thoughts arrive only to fade gently, like ripples across a glassy surface. There is no need to hold on to anything. The day, the memories, the small worries, they all dissolve. Time itself seems to pause, folding around you like a warm blanket.
You float in a space without beginning or end, safe and weightless. Above, the sky has no stars. Below, the deep water is black and silent. The edges of existence soften until there is only this, calm, endless, perfect. You are not moving, you are not thinking, you are simply resting. If a thought appears, notice it and then let it drift away. It is as natural as a cloud passing across a quiet sky. Nothing disturbs you. Nothing interrupts the peace. This moment belongs entirely to stillness. Your breath continues, deep and gentle. With every exhale, a little more tension leaves your body. With every inhale, a soft sense of comfort returns. You sink further, not downward, but inward, into the deepest quiet, the safest calm. The ocean, the ship, the night, they have merged into a single sensation, complete rest. The Titanic sleeps. You sleep. The world sleeps around you. There is no rushing, no calling, no expectation. Only calm, only weightless peace, only endless, gentle darkness. Your mind softens, your body softens. Even your heartbeat feels like a slow, steady wave lapping softly at the shore of deep sleep. Stay here, float here, rest here. There is nowhere else you need to be. No sound, no motion, no demand. Only the ocean's embrace, the ship's quiet presence, and the deep, unending calm that carries you toward complete sleep. Now, with the final gentle breath, let everything drift away. Let your mind become like water. Let your body merge with the night. Let sleep take you fully, softly, endlessly. You are safe. You are calm. You are at rest.
The ocean stretches endlessly, vast and quiet. There is no horizon that demands your attention, no waves that disturb, only gentle water, moving slowly in an eternal rhythm, cradles everything that rests upon it. The Titanic lies far below, still and serene, her steel bones softened by years, embraced completely by the deep blue. She is not a vessel anymore, not a story, not a monument. She is a part of the sea, and the sea is part of her. She has merged with silence, with time, with the steady pulse of the world's most patient presence. Above, the night sky floats quietly, no stars needed to mark the passage of time. The darkness itself becomes comforting, like a soft blanket wrapping around your body. Every breath you take moves slowly, in tune with the waves. Inhale gently, feeling the cool calm fill your chest. Exhale effortlessly, releasing the day, the mind's chatter, the body's tension. There is nowhere else to be. There is nothing else to do. There is only this, a gentle, endless drift into stillness. Far below the surface, currents move imperceptibly, carrying tiny particles that glimmer like slow-motion stars in the water. They pass through the remains of the ship, softly brushing the broken railings, the fractured staircases, the sleeping corridors once filled with laughter, music, and life. Everything is softened now, smoothed by time and pressure, peaceful and silent. Even the echoes of human presence have faded, leaving only calm. The sea has claimed it all, not violently, but gently, carefully, with patience that stretches across decades.
Your body begins to feel weightless. Your muscles release completely, one by one, as if each cell is a tiny wave dissolving into the ocean. The warmth of rest flows through you. Shoulders drop, hands relax, eyes are closed, yet even in the darkness behind your eyelids, you sense the quiet of the deep. Thoughts drift like clouds on the surface of still water, light, harmless, and easily forgotten. There is nothing demanding attention. There is nothing demanding motion. There is only the quiet, enveloping peace that carries you deeper into sleep. The Titanic herself rests as though breathing in rhythm with you. Below deck, the silence is profound. There is no sound of engines, no creak of wood, no voices, only the gentle lapping of water above, transmitted faintly through metal and steel. It is as if the ship itself has entered a dream, one without urgency, without worry, without fear. She floats not forward, not backward, only within the endless moment, completely still, completely calm. Imagine now the water surrounding you, rising and falling softly, the color deepening to an infinite dark blue. The weight of gravity seems to vanish. You are floating alongside the Titanic, drifting through her corridors now filled with darkness and peace. No sound interrupts the movement, only the faint whisper of ocean currents guiding you, steady and sure. Each moment stretches longer, each second softens, and you sink further into the comfort of calm and quiet. Your thoughts begin to fade entirely. If one appears, notice it and allow it to dissolve. There is no need to follow. There is no need to hold. Like bubbles released underwater, it rises slowly, disappears, and leaves nothing behind. All concerns, all tension, all mental chatter drift away in this timeless space. There is nothing left to grasp, nothing left to fix, nothing left to pursue. You are floating, you are resting, you are at peace. The Titanic's story continues, though quietly, softly, in waves of memory that no longer disturb. Every moment of bravery, every act of kindness, every tear and smile, all these merge into the water around her, forming a calm energy that flows gently through the ocean. It is a quiet, infinite memory, untouchable and undisturbable, resting in harmony with the rhythm of the sea. You feel yourself absorbing this gentle energy, letting it settle into your own body, your own mind, until every part of you mirrors the stillness of the deep. Time ceases to have meaning. Minutes, hours, days, they no longer exist. There is only the now, only the soft sway of the ocean, only the faint pressure of water holding you, carrying you forward without movement. You breathe in perfect calm and breathe out complete release. Each inhale nourishes serenity. Each exhale removes weight. Your mind becomes water. Your body becomes water. You float endlessly, merging with the rhythm, merging with the peace. Far above, the ocean's surface catches the faint light of the distant moon. The shimmer spreads slowly across the water, reflecting a world calm and silent. The stars, distant and indifferent, watch without judgment. Waves rise, curl, and fall back, but the motion is slow, soothing, predictable. Even the occasional breeze feels deliberate, gentle, and calm. There is no surprise here, no urgency, only timeless rhythm. Below the Titanic, darkness stretches infinitely. It is soft, velvety, enveloping, protective. Steel and wood have been softened by years underwater, pressure and patience. Creatures of the deep glide past her calmly, unhurried, silent. Life continues in balance, harmony, and quiet grace. You imagine yourself moving beside them, weightless, breathing slowly, feeling only peace, absorbing only calm. Your mind drifts further. You are no longer thinking, only existing. Your body floats gently in a safe, quiet world. Sleep comes in waves, slow and steady, carrying you deeper. Each breath takes you farther from thought and farther from waking. You are merging fully with the deep calm that surrounds the Titanic, with the timeless peace of the ocean itself. There is no fear, no tension, no need for action, only presence, only rest, only the infinite gentle rhythm of water and time. Each inhale brings deeper comfort. Each exhale releases the last bits of wakefulness. Every muscle relaxes. Every thought softens. Every heartbeat slows. You are becoming one with calm. The Titanic rests. You rest. The ocean rests. Time itself rests. All stories, all memory, all history merge into the eternal quiet. You float endlessly, weightless, timeless, perfectly calm. The journey is complete. There is nothing more to do. There is nowhere more to go. There is only the gentle drift, only the ocean's embrace, only sleep. Stay in this moment. Float with the Titanic. Breathe slowly. Let the ocean carry you deeper. Let the silence hold you. Let the calm surround you. Let the rest become complete.
The ocean stretches farther than eyes or imagination can follow. Darkness and water blend seamlessly into one another, soft and infinite. There is no surface, no shore, no horizon, only an endless expanse that cradles everything within it. The Titanic rests here, untroubled, her form softened by years underwater, her presence gentle and steady. She does not move. She does not call attention to herself. She is simply a part of the ocean, and the ocean is part of her, an eternal, patient embrace. Above, the sky is absent. Only silence exists here, vast and comforting. You float in that silence, feeling the ocean's slow pulse synchronize with your own. Inhale gently, exhale softly. With every breath, tension releases. With every breath, calm deepens. Thoughts appear briefly and dissolve like tiny ripples in still water. There is nothing demanding attention, nothing insisting on motion. You are weightless. You are safe. You are held completely by this timeless moment. Far below, the Titanic's steel and wooden corridors hold echoes of past life, but they are softened, muted, peaceful. The staircases, once grand and bustling, are now still. The cabins, once warm and filled with voices, are now quiet and undisturbed. The ship has become a dream within the ocean, a memory shaped by calm, resting eternally beneath the waves. Time has no hold here. Minutes and hours fold into the deep, leaving only the sensation of rest. Your body drifts alongside this calm. Muscles release one by one. Shoulders sink. Hands loosen. Every joint softens. You float effortlessly, as if carried by the ocean itself. Your mind becomes water. Each thought that arises moves slowly, then fades, leaving only emptiness and comfort. There is no need for effort, no need for thought. Only the gentle rhythm of presence and rest exists. Currents move silently around the ship, passing through empty hallways and open cabins, brushing against broken railings and silent corridors. They carry no urgency, no disturbance, only soft, patient motion.
Small creatures glide gracefully through the water, exploring the quiet spaces. Life continues in harmony with stillness, a balance perfectly suited to the Titanic's new existence. You drift beside them, weightless and untethered, absorbed completely by calm. In this vast, unending space, the boundaries between self and ocean blur. You are no longer separate. Your breathing matches the slow pulse of water around you. Inhale, and the cool calm fills your chest. Exhale, and all tension, all worry, all activity of waking life drifts away. You are floating. You are merging. You are resting deeply, utterly, endlessly. The memories of the ship's past, laughter, music, whispered conversations, acts of kindness, moments of bravery, these now float softly through the water. They are no longer urgent, no longer sorrowful. They have softened into gentle waves of emotion, touching the subconscious like a soft lullaby. You feel them, not as loss or grief, but as warm echoes, reminders of humanity's beauty even in moments of imperfection. Time stretches and slows. The past and present are indistinguishable. There is no tomorrow, no yesterday, only the now. You drift further into this eternal calm, feeling the vast depth of the ocean fold around you. Every exhale takes you deeper. Every inhale nourishes serenity. You are becoming part of the ocean's quiet heartbeat, part of the Titanic's eternal rest. Above, the faintest shimmer of light penetrates, but it does not disturb. It is soft, diffused, comforting. Waves above ripple silently, touching nothing below. The silence is complete, yet not empty. It is full of warmth, safety, and infinite calm. You feel it in your bones, in your heart, in the very core of your being. The world beyond is distant, unimportant. Here, in this deep water, only rest exists. Your mind drifts even deeper. Images appear briefly, stars, waves, gentle memories of floating on calm seas, but they dissolve instantly. There is no need to focus. There is no need to hold. Your subconscious stretches like the ocean itself, wide and forgiving, carrying every part of you into deep sleep. Every muscle softens, every thought melts, every breath guides you farther into serenity. The Titanic's form, the history, the loss, and the stories all merge into a single calm energy. It surrounds you, supports you, and lets you rest. There is no urgency. There is no fear. There is only the ocean, only the ship, only you in perfect harmony with infinite calm. Sleep deepens naturally, effortlessly, carrying you farther into the quiet of the subconscious. Imagine yourself moving slowly through water, weightless, unburdened, blending with the gentle pulses of the deep. Every sound you perceive is soft and distant. Every movement is deliberate, slow, and serene. Time does not exist. You are part of the Titanic's eternal stillness, embraced by waves, cradled by currents, supported by the infinite quiet. Breath by breath, your body grows heavier, your mind softer. Every exhale releases the last fragment of wakefulness. Every inhale invites deeper comfort. You are not moving forward. You are not drifting backward. You are simply existing in the most profound calm, merging fully with the rhythm of the ocean, with the heartbeat of timeless rest. There is no expectation, no pressure, no task remaining, only weightless floating, only deep enveloping silence, only infinite calm. Your body, your mind, and your consciousness are carried effortlessly by this gentle, endless drift. You sink farther into sleep, deeper into relaxation, and merge completely with the serene energy of the Titanic's resting place. Stay here as long as you need. Let the ocean carry you. Let the calm hold you. Let the rest deepen. Nothing else matters. Nothing else exists. You are safe. You are weightless. You are at peace.
The ocean is endless, vast, and timeless. There is no horizon, no shore, no line to mark distance. Only water flows quietly in every direction, moving slowly, deliberately, carrying everything within it. The Titanic rests far below, her steel softened, her corridors silent, her grand halls empty yet serene. She has become part of the ocean, embraced by it fully, a presence that no longer moves or struggles, only exists in patient calm. Above, the surface of the sea glimmers faintly in the softest light, as if acknowledging the vast silence below. The stars have faded into the gentle darkness, leaving only infinite calm. There is no wind that disturbs, no waves that rush. Everything is soft. Everything is slow. Everything is at rest. Your body mirrors this stillness. Muscles release completely. Bones feel weightless, and the rhythm of your breath slows naturally. Inhale deeply, gently, letting cool calm fill your chest. Exhale slowly, releasing every bit of tension, every fragment of thought. The mind softens with each wave of breath. Thoughts drift in briefly, then float away, leaving only spacious quiet. There is nothing to hold, nothing to chase, nothing to fix. There is only presence, complete and effortless. The Titanic's memory drifts like a gentle current through the ocean. The laughter, the music, the conversations, the acts of bravery, the quiet kindnesses, all these moments merge into waves of serenity. They touch you not with sorrow, but with warmth and calm, reminding you of human beauty and connection. Every echo becomes a lullaby, carrying you deeper into sleep, smoothing every corner of your mind. Time itself has no meaning here. There is no before, no after. Minutes and hours dissolve into the slow pulse of water and calm. You float with the Titanic, weightless and untroubled, merging with the vast rhythm of the ocean. Each inhale brings comfort. Each exhale carries you farther into peaceful rest. You are becoming water. You are becoming calm. You are becoming the very stillness that surrounds the ship. Far below, currents move silently. They pass through empty hallways, staircases, and cabins. They brush against polished wood, broken railings, and metal softened by years underwater. Small sea creatures glide past gracefully, unhurried, unharmed. Life continues here in perfect harmony, and you are part of it. You float alongside, your body buoyant, your mind unburdened, your consciousness gently cradled by endless calm. Every detail softens. The ship is no longer a vessel of history or story. It is a dream within the ocean. Everything that once mattered is now folded into quiet. Every act of courage, every moment of care, every whisper of life aboard the Titanic is absorbed by the deep water,
transforming into gentle energy that surrounds you and carries you into deeper sleep. Your thoughts continue to dissolve. Any worry, any tension, any concern drifts away like bubbles released into dark water, slowly rising and disappearing. You are weightless, untethered, free. Nothing demands your attention. Nothing pulls you away. You are safe. You are calm. You are completely at rest. Imagine moving slowly through the ocean alongside the Titanic. Feel the water's gentle pressure, its slow rhythm, its endless patience. Feel yourself merging fully with it, as though your body and mind are parts of the deep itself. The darkness is comforting, like a warm blanket, soft and endless. Every muscle is relaxed, every thought is soft, every breath guides you deeper. Above, the surface ripples faintly, reflecting distant, softened light. Far off, the faintest shimmer glides across the calm water. The stars are now shadows, and the sky is gentle darkness. Waves rise and fall slowly, predictably, soothingly. Even the ocean breeze moves carefully, with deliberate softness, touching nothing, disturbing nothing. Your subconscious opens fully to this quiet. Sleep drifts deeper, slow and unhurried, carrying you farther from waking thoughts. Your mind floats freely, unburdened by memory or planning. You are held entirely by the calm energy of the ocean, by the Titanic's gentle presence, by the endless rhythm of rest. Every part of you is supported. Every part of you is at peace. The Titanic rests. You rest. The ocean rests. Time rests. Stories, history, memory, all merge into infinite stillness. You float endlessly in perfect harmony. There is nothing to do, nothing to notice, nothing to remember. Only presence, only calm, only rest. With each breath, your body sinks deeper into relaxation. With each beat of your heart, your mind softens further. The darkness behind your closed eyes grows warmer, more embracing. You are weightless, timeless, complete. The ocean carries you effortlessly. The Titanic carries you softly. Sleep carries you fully. There is no fear, no urgency, no thought of tomorrow or yesterday. There is only this moment, infinite and complete. You float, you drift, you merge with calm. The absolute is rest. The peace is infinite. The journey is complete. Now let the ocean embrace you fully. Let the Titanic's memory cradle you gently. Let your mind and body dissolve into deep, endless sleep. There is nothing left to do. There is nothing left to hold. There is only complete calm, only infinite rest, only sleep that carries you completely. You are safe. You are weightless. You are at peace.
The ocean stretches endlessly, its dark waters blending seamlessly with the infinite sky. There is no horizon, no line to mark distance. Only a vast, gentle expanse of calm surrounds you. The Titanic rests far below, silent and serene, embraced fully by the weightless pressure of the deep. She has merged with the ocean, becoming a part of its patient rhythm, held gently by time and water alike. Above, the surface of the sea shimmers faintly in soft, diffused light. The stars fade into the quiet darkness, leaving nothing but vast, infinite calm.
Waves move slowly, predictably, soothingly, their motion a gentle rhythm that mirrors the slow cadence of your breath. Everything is soft, everything is still, everything is at rest. Your body mirrors this profound stillness. Muscles release completely, shoulders sink, hands relax, every joint softens. Inhale gently, letting the cool calm fill your chest. Exhale softly, releasing every trace of tension, every last fragment of thought. Your mind grows quiet. Thoughts drift like clouds on calm waters, appearing only to fade effortlessly. There is nothing to grasp, nothing to fix, nothing to pursue. Only rest exists now. The Titanic's memory flows softly through the water. The laughter, the music, the whispered conversations, the acts of bravery and quiet kindness, all dissolve into gentle waves of serenity. They reach you not as sorrow or loss, but as warm, peaceful echoes, guiding you deeper into sleep. Each moment of human connection transforms into a lullaby, soothing the subconscious and quieting the mind. Time itself is soft here. Minutes, hours, days, they fold into the vast rhythm of the ocean. You float alongside the Titanic, weightless, free from the constraints of waking life. Each inhale brings serenity. Each exhale takes you farther into calm. Your mind becomes water. Your body becomes water. You drift, supported fully by the ocean's gentle embrace. Currents move silently through the Titanic's halls, staircases, and cabins. They brush past metal softened by years underwater, through broken railings and empty corridors. Sea creatures glide gracefully, unhurried, blending seamlessly into this silent world. You move with them, weightless and peaceful, carried effortlessly by this gentle rhythm. Every detail softens. The ship is no longer a vessel or a story. It is a dream suspended in the deep. All memories have folded into quiet. Every act of courage, every kind word, every whisper of life aboard the Titanic is absorbed into the water, forming a gentle energy that holds you in profound calm. Thoughts continue to dissolve. Every worry, tension, or fleeting concern rises slowly like a bubble and vanishes. You are free. You are untethered. Nothing demands attention. Nothing interrupts the peace. You are weightless, perfectly still, and completely at rest. The Titanic rests. You rest. The ocean rests. Time rests. All stories, all history, all memory converge into infinite stillness. You float endlessly in perfect harmony. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to notice, nothing left to remember. Only presence, only calm, only deep rest. With every breath, your body sinks deeper. With every heartbeat, your mind softens further. Darkness behind your eyelids grows warm, comforting, and infinite. You are weightless, timeless, and complete. The ocean carries you. The Titanic carries you. Sleep carries you fully. There is no fear, no urgency, no thought of past or future. Only this moment, wide and complete, filled with infinite calm. You float, you drift, you merge fully with the stillness. The journey is complete. You are held, cradled, and embraced by endless quiet. The ocean is infinite. stretching beyond sight, beyond imagination. Darkness and water become one, soft and seamless, embracing all that floats within it. The Titanic rests far below, silent and serene, her steel softened by years, her corridors empty yet full of quiet energy. She has become part of the deep itself, carried by currents that move slowly, deliberately, without urgency. Time is irrelevant here. The ship is timeless, and so are you. Above, the surface shimmers faintly with diffused moonlight, but it is distant and gentle, unobtrusive. There is no noise, no wind that disturbs, only vast, soft, and slow movement. Waves rise and fall imperceptibly, matching the rhythm of your own breathing. Everything is soft, everything is gentle, everything is at rest. Your body reflects this stillness. Muscles release fully, shoulders drop, hands rest comfortably. Each inhale draws calm deep into your chest. Each exhale releases tension, thought, and worry. Thoughts drift like feathers, appearing briefly before vanishing, leaving nothing but quiet space. There is nothing to solve, nothing to hold, nothing to attend to. Only the ocean, only rest, only you in perfect calm. The Titanic's memory flows through the water in gentle pulses. Laughter, music, whispered conversation, acts of kindness, all these soften into waves of serenity. They reach your subconscious not as sorrow, but as comfort, carrying you deeper into sleep. Each echo is a lullaby, a gentle caress, smoothing the edges of thought and carrying you further into calm. Time has no hold here. Minutes and hours fold into the ocean's rhythm. You float alongside the Titanic, weightless, free from the constraints of waking life. Each breath draws serenity. Each exhale carries you farther into deep, peaceful rest. You are part of the water, part of the ship, part of the endless calm that surrounds you. Currents move silently through the Titanic's halls and cabins, brushing past softened wood and metal. Sea creatures glide gracefully through the still water, unhurried, harmonious. You move with them, floating effortlessly, carried gently by the slow pulse of the ocean. Every cell in your body feels supported, every thought softens, every muscle relaxes. The Titanic herself is no longer a story, a tragedy, or a monument. She is a dream suspended in water. The echoes of life aboard her have softened completely, absorbed into the currents, creating a protective cocoon of calm energy. You float within this energy, weightless and free, embraced fully by serenity. Your mind drifts deeper still. Any remaining thought rises like a bubble and fades. Every trace of wakefulness, every bit of tension, every fragment of worry dissolves. There is nothing to focus on. There is nothing to do. Only floating, drifting, merging with the eternal calm of the ocean and the Titanic's gentle presence. Imagine yourself moving slowly alongside the ship, every motion deliberate, every breath slow, every heartbeat soft and steady. The water surrounds you, supporting you. The darkness behind your closed eyes is warm, protective, and infinite. You are weightless, safe, and complete. Sleep moves through you, slow and effortless, guiding you into the deepest recesses of your mind. Above, the ocean's surface shimmers faintly, but it does not disturb. The stars are soft shadows, the moonlight gentle, diffuse. Waves move predictably and soothingly. Even the ocean breeze, faint and distant, is gentle, deliberate, comforting. Nothing interrupts the calm, nothing disturbs the stillness.
You sink further into this moment, deeper into the ocean's embrace, letting all remaining wakefulness dissolve. The Titanic rests, you rest, the ocean rests. Time, space, and thought are irrelevant. Only calm remains, infinite and perfect. Every breath carries you farther. Every heartbeat aligns with the rhythm of the deep. The echoes of human life aboard the Titanic, the courage, the care, the music, the laughter, have become part of the ocean, and you are part of that same serenity. You float weightlessly, cradled by soft waves of memory, unburdened by the past, untouched by the future. There is no fear, there is no urgency, there is nothing left to do. Only presence, only calm, only rest. You drift endlessly in perfect harmony, merging with the ship, the ocean, and your own being. Sleep deepens, slow and steady, guiding you into the softest recesses of your mind. Imagine the water surrounding you like a soft, infinite blanket. Imagine the Titanic beside you, resting fully, embraced by the currents. Imagine every part of you dissolving into the ocean's rhythm, weightless and calm. There is nothing else, there is nowhere else, only this, only rest, only sleep. The ocean stretches endlessly, its waters dark and infinite, blending seamlessly into the quiet void. There is no horizon, no shore, no boundary, only gentle motion, slow and deliberate, cradling all that rests within it. The Titanic rests far below, silent and serene, her steel softened by years, her hulls empty, yet imbued with the calm energy of the deep. She has become part of the ocean, carried by currents that flow without urgency, without expectation. She is timeless, and so are you. Above, the faintest shimmer of moonlight touches the surface, diffused and gentle, a soft glow that does not disturb. The stars have faded into darkness, leaving only calm. The waves move in a rhythm that mirrors your breathing, slow, soft, and soothing. Everything is gentle. Everything is still. Everything is at rest. Your body reflects this stillness. Muscles release fully. Shoulders drop. Hands rest comfortably. Inhale slowly, drawing the ocean's calm deep into your chest. Exhale gently, releasing every trace of tension, every fragment of thought. The mind softens. Thoughts drift briefly and vanish like ripples fading on still water. There is nothing to grasp, nothing to solve, nothing to attend to. Only rest exists. Only presence exists. The Titanic's memory flows like a gentle current through the water. Laughter, music, whispered conversations, acts of kindness, all soften into waves of serenity. They reach you not as grief, but as warmth, carrying you deeper into sleep. Each echo becomes a lullaby, guiding the subconscious into calm. Every soft pulse of memory merges with the gentle rhythm of the ocean. Time ceases to exist here. Minutes, hours, and days fold into the slow movement of water and the gentle heartbeat of rest. You float beside the Titanic, weightless, free from waking constraints. Each inhale nourishes serenity. Each exhale carries you farther into peace. You are merging with the water, the ship, and the infinite calm surrounding you. Currents move silently through the Titanic's empty corridors, past softened wood and metal, brushing broken railings and staircases. Sea creatures glide gracefully through the still water, unhurried and harmonious. You float with them, weightless and calm, fully embraced by the ocean's rhythm. Every muscle releases, every thought softens, every part of you rests completely. The Titanic is no longer a story or tragedy. She is a dream suspended in water, a quiet presence resting eternally. The echoes of life aboard her have become gentle energy, surrounding you with calm. You float within this energy, weightless, embraced, safe. Sleep deepens naturally, effortlessly, guiding you into the softest levels of rest. Your thoughts continue to dissolve. Any remaining tension, worry, or concern rises like a bubble and vanishes. You are untethered. You are free. Nothing demands attention. Nothing interrupts the calm. You are held by the Titanic, by the ocean, by the infinite stillness itself. Imagine moving slowly alongside the ship, every motion deliberate, every breath soft, every heartbeat steady and relaxed. The water surrounds you completely, supporting every part of you. The darkness behind your closed eyes is warm, protective, and infinite. Sleep moves through you, carrying you into profound rest, deeper than ever before. Above, the faintest shimmer of moonlight touches the surface, diffused and gentle, a soft glow that does not disturb. The stars have faded into darkness, leaving only calm. The waves move in a rhythm that mirrors your breathing, slow, soft, and soothing. Everything is gentle, everything is still, everything is at rest. You sink deeper into this embrace, deeper into the ocean's hold, allowing all remaining wakefulness to dissolve. The Titanic rests. You rest. The ocean rests. Time and space cease to matter. Only calm exists, infinite and complete. Each breath takes you farther. Each heartbeat aligns with the rhythm of the deep. The echoes of human life aboard the Titanic, courage, kindness, music, laughter, have merged with the ocean, forming a gentle, protective energy. You float weightlessly, cradled by soft waves of memory, free from the past, untouched by the future. There is no fear, there is no urgency, there is nothing left to do, only presence, only calm, only rest. Imagine the water surrounding you like a soft, infinite blanket. Imagine the Titanic beside you, resting fully, embraced by the currents. Every part of you dissolves into the rhythm of the deep, weightless, serene, free. Sleep deepens, slow and unbroken, carrying you into the subconscious ocean.
The ocean stretches beyond sight, a boundless expanse of deep blue that seems to cradle the world itself. Light from above filters softly, faint and delicate, scattering across the waves in whispers of silver and pale gold. The Titanic rests far below, yet her presence is not heavy or imposing. She is part of the ocean now, woven gently into its currents, floating in stillness, embraced by the quiet pulse of the deep. You move beside her, weightless, unhurried, merging with the calm that surrounds everything. This time the ocean feels alive, not in motion, but in essence, a slow, conscious rhythm that breathes with you. Your own breath slows, each inhale drawing the gentle warmth of the water into your chest, each exhale releasing tension, worry, and thought. Your body floats as though supported by invisible hands. Muscles loosen one by one, shoulders drop, hands rest naturally.
Every cell becomes part of the ocean's soft cadence. Far below, the Titanic's corridors are shadows of memory. You drift through them without need or purpose. Music from a distant past hums faintly, like a whisper carried through water. You do not seek it, you simply notice it, and it fades again, leaving only calm. Staircases, cabins, and hallways, once alive with life, are now softened into gentle echoes. They vibrate not with sound, but with energy, soft, warm, and peaceful, as if the ship itself is sighing in relief. Currents carry tiny particles of light, drifting slowly, glowing faintly, tracing gentle arcs in the darkness. They drift through the ship, around railings and furniture, past objects untouched by human hands for decades. Each spark of light is calm. Each movement is patient. You follow the currents, feeling the weightlessness of your own body, letting the rhythm guide you deeper into the dreamlike underwater world. Now the ocean begins to speak, softly, in ways that cannot be heard but felt. Tiny waves of sensation brush against your mind like whispers of forgotten memories. The courage, the fear, the love, and the laughter of those aboard the Titanic swirl gently around you. They do not disturb, they soothe. Each memory drifts past, leaving a trace of warmth, a sense of continuity, a reminder that even in stillness, life resonates softly. Your mind begins to explore the ship differently. It is no longer a physical vessel, but a landscape of emotion and memory. You move along invisible pathways, drifting through rooms that shimmer with faint translucent light. A ballroom appears, empty yet glowing softly, reflections of chandeliers sparkling without sound. You walk or float through it without effort, feeling the quiet joy and anticipation that once filled the space. Each step, each movement slows time further, bending it gently around you. Above, the faintest light from the ocean surface touches everything, not as illumination, but as reassurance. It reminds you that somewhere above, the world continues. But here, beneath the waves, time does not matter. Only the slow, eternal rhythm of water exists. The Titanic floats in harmony with it, and you float with her. The water holds you, the currents guide you. Sleep moves through you like a gentle tide, slow, unstoppable, and entirely safe. Now small creatures of the deep swim past, bioluminescent fish, delicate jelly-like forms, gliding gracefully, unhurried. You watch them, floating alongside, becoming part of the serene movement. There is no fear, there is no effort, only presence, only calm, only a deep, unfathomable quiet that surrounds everything. The ocean seems to fold in around you, creating a cocoon of water and memory. Each inhalation draws serenity deeper. Each exhalation releases lingering thought. The Titanic herself seems to breathe with you, a slow rhythm that matches your own heartbeat. You feel connected to every whisper of history, every echo of life aboard the ship, every pulse of the deep, as though all time has merged into a single, infinite moment. Far below, staircases twist and turn into darkness, hallways stretch without end, rooms glow with soft light. You drift through them without effort, absorbed fully in the surreal calm. Each space is a meditation, each shadow a lullaby. The past and present blend seamlessly. The ship is not gone, it is transformed into an eternal sanctuary of memory and serenity. Your thoughts fade completely. If one arises, it drifts past like a bubble, rising slowly,
shimmering briefly and vanishing. There is no need to hold anything. No worries, no plans, no fears remain. Only the gentle pull of the ocean, only the soft embrace of the Titanic, only the deep, limitless stillness that carries you further into sleep. Time ceases to exist entirely. Above, the ocean's surface shimmers faintly. Far away, moonlight touches it softly. Stars are shadows of themselves, faint and comforting. Every movement of water is deliberate, slow, rhythmic. Even the lightest current guides you forward into deeper calm. You sink further, weightless, untethered, fully embraced by the ocean's whispering depths. The echoes of human life aboard the Titanic, music, laughter, acts of bravery, quiet conversations merge with the water, forming an energy of serenity that surrounds you completely. You float in it, cradled, supported, safe. Sleep deepens naturally, effortlessly. Every inhale nourishes calm. Every exhale carries you further from the waking world. You are part of the ocean. You are part of the ship. You are entirely at peace. Now, imagine the water surrounding you like a soft, infinite blanket, gentle and warm. Imagine the currents guiding you through hidden paths, through glowing rooms, through endless hallways of memory. The Titanic rests beside you, fully embraced by the ocean, silent and gentle. Every part of you dissolves into the water, merging with its rhythm, merging with the eternal calm of the ship and the deep.
The ocean extends endlessly, vast and unbroken, a living canvas of deep blues and soft shadows. Waves move gently, almost imperceptibly, carrying everything within them in slow, deliberate motion. The Titanic rests far below, silent and serene. She is no longer simply a ship. She is a dream woven into the currents, a quiet presence floating in eternal calm. You move beside her, weightless, merging with the rhythm of the water, letting yourself drift effortlessly into the deep. Above, light filters faintly through the water, soft and diffused, scattering across surfaces in shimmering whispers. The world above is distant, almost imagined, while the world below is a sanctuary of quiet. Every breath you take matches the gentle pulse of the ocean, slow and steady. Each inhale draws warmth and calm deep into your chest. Each exhale releases tension, thought, and worry, letting them float away into the vast blue around you. Your body is weightless, every muscle softened. Shoulders sink, hands relax, and your spine stretches gently into the water's support. Each part of you becomes a part of the ocean itself. You float without effort, carried by currents that move with perfect patience. Time loses meaning, past and future blur. There is only the now, only the stillness, only the soft embrace of the deep. The Titanic's memory flows through the water like gentle waves of light, echoes of life aboard her, music, laughter, quiet conversations, acts of courage, linger softly, not as grief or loss, but as warmth and presence. They drift past you, brushing lightly against your consciousness, a silent lullaby that guides you deeper into rest. Every corridor, every cabin, every empty staircase seems to breathe with calm, as if the ship itself is exhaling slowly, carrying you into its eternal rhythm. Currents drift through the halls, over railings, past polished wood softened by time. Tiny glowing creatures swim gently, their movements deliberate, unhurried, graceful. You float alongside them,
absorbed completely in the serenity of the moment. Every pulse of water carries a whisper of safety. Every gentle current supports your body and mind, guiding you farther into the ocean's embrace. The ocean begins to fold in around you, a cocoon of water and memory. The Titanic seems to breathe with you, a slow rhythm that aligns with your heartbeat. You feel every vibration of history, every pulse of life aboard the ship, not as sound, but as energy, soft and warm. Sleep drifts through you like a gentle tide, effortless and unstoppable, carrying you into the depths of calm. You move through the ship differently this time. The Titanic is no longer physical, but a landscape of feeling and memory. Ballrooms shimmer faintly with translucent light. Staircases twist into shadowed corridors. Cabins glow softly, filled with the lingering warmth of life. You drift through these spaces weightlessly, feeling not the past or loss, but serenity, presence, and the gentle rhythm of the ocean around you. Above, light filters from far away, faint and comforting, touching everything softly. The stars are pale, the moonlight gentle, and waves rise and fall predictably. Even the lightest ripple seems deliberate, guiding you deeper into calm. Every movement of water, every shadow, every whisper of memory merges into a slow, unbroken rhythm that carries you forward into deep, weightless rest. Your thoughts continue to fade. If one arises, it drifts past like a bubble, shimmering briefly and vanishing. There is no need to grasp, no need to hold. Only calm exists, only presence exists, only rest exists. You float in this gentle rhythm, merged fully with the Titanic, the ocean, and the eternal current that carries you. The echoes of human life aboard the Titanic, laughter, music, acts of bravery, whispered kindnesses, merge completely with the water, forming an energy of infinite calm. You float in it, enveloped, weightless, and safe. Sleep deepens naturally, carried effortlessly by currents of comfort, memory, and the endless pulse of the ocean. Imagine water surrounding you like a soft, infinite blanket, warm and gentle. Imagine yourself drifting through glowing corridors, past empty rooms, over staircases bathed in faint light. Imagine the Titanic beside you, resting fully, embraced by the currents, floating silently and perfectly. Every part of you dissolves into the rhythm of the deep, weightless, serene, and free.
The ocean stretches endlessly, vast and silent, a deep blue that seems to hold all of time within its embrace. The ocean moves slowly, gently, carrying everything within it as though each current knows exactly where it must go. The Titanic rests far below, not as a vessel, but as a memory transformed into serenity, fully immersed in the deep. Her structure is softened by years, her corridors quiet, her rooms empty yet alive with the pulse of the ocean. You drift alongside her, weightless, unhurried, becoming one with the calm that surrounds everything.
Above, faint light filters through the water, scattering softly, creating shimmering paths that guide your eyes gently. The surface feels distant, removed, almost imagined. While below, a sanctuary of quiet unfolds. Every breath you take moves in harmony with the ocean. Each inhale draws calm into your chest. Each exhale releases tension, thought, and concern, allowing them to drift away, leaving only weightless rest. Your body is fully supported, muscles softening one by one, shoulders releasing, hands settling naturally. Every part of you becomes attuned to the slow rhythm of the deep. Time itself loses meaning. Past, present, and future blend together, leaving only the eternal now. There is no effort, no urgency, only complete calm, deep presence, and effortless floating. The Titanic's memory flows like a soft current through the water. Music, laughter, quiet conversations, and acts of courage linger, not as sorrow or loss, but as warmth and guidance. These echoes brush lightly against your consciousness, comforting and gentle, a slow lullaby leading you farther into the depths of sleep. Each hallway, each staircase, each glowing cabin vibrates with serene energy, carrying you further into the ocean's embrace. Currents move through the halls, past softened railings, over staircases, through empty ballrooms and cabins. Bioluminescent creatures glide slowly, their glow faint and mesmerizing. You drift with them, floating, absorbed completely in the serenity of the underwater world. Every ripple of water, every pulse of light, every movement becomes part of your own calm rhythm. The ocean seems to fold around you, creating a cocoon of safety and warmth. The Titanic breathes alongside you, slow and steady, in perfect harmony with your heartbeat. You feel the life, courage, and love that once filled her halls as a gentle, invisible energy. Sleep moves through you effortlessly, carrying you into the softest and most peaceful levels of rest. You drift through the ship differently this time. The Titanic is no longer physical, she is a landscape of memory and emotion. Ballrooms glow faintly, staircases wind into soft shadows, cabins shimmer with a subtle light. You move through them freely, feeling not loss, but serenity, presence, and the slow, endless rhythm of the ocean. Above, faint light touches everything faintly, providing gentle reassurance. The stars are muted, the moonlight soft, and waves rise and fall predictably. Even the lightest ripple guides you forward, further into calm. Every shadow, every whisper, every glimmer merges with the slow, unbroken rhythm of the deep. Thoughts continue to fade completely. If one arises, it drifts past like a bubble, shimmering softly before vanishing. There is nothing to hold, nothing to fix, nothing to attend. Only calm exists. Only presence exists. Only rest exists. You float in this rhythm, merged fully with the Titanic, the ocean, and the infinite currents carrying you deeper. The echoes of life aboard the Titanic, music, laughter, bravery, quiet kindness merge fully with the water, forming a protective, serene energy. You float within it, weightless, supported, safe. Sleep deepens naturally, effortlessly. Every inhale nourishes calm. Every exhale carries you farther from the waking world. You are part of the ocean. You are part of the ship. You are entirely at peace. The ocean surrounds you like a soft, infinite blanket, warm and gentle. You drift along invisible corridors, past empty rooms and glowing staircases. The Titanic rests beside you, embraced by the currents, silent, perfect. Every part of you dissolves into the rhythm of the deep, weightless, serene, free. Sleep carries you deeper into the subconscious ocean, into infinite calm, into the eternal drift of memory and presence.